So the Copy Posse is my brand. It's my community. It is the raddest, baddest crew of copywriters on the internet is how I explain it. But essentially, it's the new school of copywriters. So it's the copywriters who understand that copywriting isn't about manipulation or using sleazy tactics on the internet. Copywriting is about using the power of words to create community, to empower movements, to actually make a change in the world. And that's really exciting. So that is what the Copy Posse is all about. We're on a mission to de-douchify the internet. Yeah, the majority of the Copy Posse are freelance copywriters. However, I do have a lot of entrepreneurs that are in my community as well. So people who found me because they wanted to learn how to write their own copy for their own businesses, or they come to me looking for copywriters to hire because they heard about us and they're like, hey, you have some incredible writers in your community. Now that I've learned from you and I've written my own copy for a while, can I now hire one of your community members? So it's kind of this amazing ecosystem, and there's a lot of networking that happens, and yeah, I find that although the majority of my audience are freelancers, a lot of them also have dreams of starting their own businesses down the road. So research is a huge part of copywriting. Anyone who says it's not is lying to you. You can't just like sit down, write words on a page and expect customers to buy unless you know what it is that your customers want. So a few of my favorite ways to do research is number one, Amazon reviews. I mean, whatever niche you're in, go find the books, the products, the items that are on Amazon and go read what people are saying. They will tell you what they like, what they don't like, what challenges they have that aren't being met, which is like gold when it comes to positioning and copywriting. Obviously, you can go down the Google rabbit hole, which I highly recommend. One of my favorite tools actually is called answerthepublic.com. You type in any topic and it will pull all of the search results that everyone has typed into a search engine relating to that topic. What questions they ask, what challenges they have, so that's a really great research tool. I also love engaging with the communities and the groups where your customers are hanging out. So let's say you are launching a business in the pet industry, or you are writing copy for a pet related product. What I would do is I would immediately go to Facebook and type in pets. Maybe it's dogs, maybe it's a certain type of dog, and find the Facebook groups where there are literally hundreds of thousands of people having conversations every single day on the topic that you want to write about. And that is pure gold. And while I do think that the best copywriters are copywriters that do have personal experience, interest, in the topic at hand, if you are a copywriter and you get a project to write about something that you know nothing about, the best way to then get information is to go connect with the people who are talking and having those conversations. And Facebook groups are a great way to do that, and there's plenty of other communities as well. So if I were giving advice to anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel, I would say, first and foremost, talk about something that you enjoy talking about, which I know seems sort of obvious, but I think a lot of people go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. But trust me, after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of creating content on a topic, you make sure you enjoy actually talking about it. The other thing is have a message and a mission and something that you believe in. It's one thing to share tutorials. It's another thing to share who you are, what you believe in, because when you can speak from the heart and are really on a mission to do something, like for me, it was to change the face of the internet, to create a ripple effect of positivity through the power of copywriting so that we can help more people and we can sell programs and products and services that genuinely help people. What happened was, inadvertently, I started attracting this whole range of people who always loved writing, but never thought copywriting was for them because the other people who were talking about copywriting, they weren't really jiving with what it was that they were teaching or the way in which they were teaching it. And so by just kind of showing up, being myself, and then really talking about why I'm doing this and the mission behind it is huge. So in terms of, for more of the like left brain, like step-by-step stuff, because everyone wants that, like give me the roadmap. I would say be consistent no matter what. There will be weeks where you are like, hello, nobody's watching. It took me 6 months to reach 1,000 subscribers. Now, a lot of people who teach YouTube will tell you like that's not that great. And in fact, people will say to me, oh my God, your channel grew so fast. And I'm like, well, did it? And it kind of did after that initial growth. But those first 6 months, man, it was a labor of love. I felt like I had a second full-time job with all of the video production and everything I had to do because I was basically doing a lot of it myself. And I had the initial boost. So I call it like the friends and family effect, where you launch something and the first few weeks you have likes and comments and everybody's engaging with it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm onto something. And then you extrapolate that out and you're like, I'll be at 1 million subscribers in a year. And then you realize that those like that first little boost are just like all the people who know and love you and they're supporting you. And then you go through the crickets phase. And all of my friends who have started podcasts or YouTube channels, I've warned them. I said, the crickets phase will come. But what happens is you stay consistent. The YouTube gods just love consistency. So they go, oh wait, look, this person is really consistent at their posting and people are watching their videos, meaning people aren't just like landing on the videos and leaving. So you want to make sure they're high quality and engaging. And then YouTube will start showing your stuff to more people and then you start getting more comments and then you start getting comments from people that you've like never even heard of and all of a sudden you're like, okay. And then it's, you know, sort of the growth from there. And the more niche your topic, the slower your growth. That's just sort of how it works. You know, I had a lot of people tell me, oh, copywriting is so niche. And it's funny because I'm like, is it? Every single business on the planet needs copywriting. I actually don't think it is that niche, but the term copywriting and the way it's sort of perceived in the industry has been quite niche, but I really want to change that because it's one of the most needed skill sets in any business, and it's not as niche as it should be, and I think that that's changing. So it took me 6 whole months to get to 1,000 subscribers, but now I'm at over 100,000. So it was like 6 months to get to 1,000, and then within the next year and a half, I 100x'd, I guess, if I'm doing the math in my mind. And so during that first 6 months, it was hard. There were weeks that I did not feel like writing a script, producing a video, getting it out there, but I did. I was consistent. Every single Wednesday at 9 a.m. I was publishing a video. And there were times too where I'm like, what am I gonna write about? Like when you're first starting your YouTube channel and you think, if I do this for a year, once a week, that's 52 videos. What am I gonna say in 52 videos? And I planned the first 4, and then I started asking my audience what they wanted to learn about next. And that just kept informing the next video. So I would, at the end of my video, say, hey, you have any video suggestions? Comment below and let me know. And I would just start compiling those. And I would see, oh, wow, a lot of people are asking about this, or a lot of people are asking about that. And that just is what basically informed my YouTube schedule. So I stuck to it once a week. And once I hit that kind of 1,000 subscriber mark, I really had that hockey stick moment where I think YouTube was like, okay, cool. Like people are watching, people are engaging, people like this. And you know, it made it all worth it, definitely. Yeah, in my opinion, copywriting is necessary no matter what you want to do in terms of business. So, of course, I'm a little bit biased, but I really think learning the skill of copywriting is such an incredible starting place for anyone who's looking to build a business online. And in fact, so many of the biggest name people in online marketing today have told me copywriting was the #1 skill I learned. If I had to literally like remove every single other skill, the one I would keep would be copywriting. And that's because it is so much more than just writing. It's about psychology, it's about understanding your audience, it's about being persuasive. And I started my journey after leaving my job as being a freelance copywriter. And the beautiful thing about that is you can do it from anywhere. All you need is a laptop. It's truly like, oh my gosh, put your laptop in a bag, hop on a flight. I have worked from cafes in Italy, in Morocco, in Russia. I've traveled the world thanks to my freelance business. And you have a few, clients, and that's all you have to worry about. And then of course my business then grew and I launched my YouTube channel, and then that turned into a whole other thing where now I'm selling programs and I'm teaching and I'm building a community. And if you would have asked me that, 8 years ago, if that's where I saw myself, I would have not known what that path looked like, And so what my path looked like was freelance copywriter, just me, that's it. And then I hired a very small team and sort of built out a bit of an agency. So I had a copywriter that I worked really closely with, and we were able to take on more projects, take on bigger projects, and then that then turned into community and selling programs. And so sort of the evolution of that was really cool. And, I think my background in copywriting made all of this stuff so much easier, because it was just, now instead of doing it for other people, I was just doing it for myself.